Get ready for the dictation. 5 seconds. Start. Honorable Speaker, I rise today to speak on an issue of great national significance, the One Nation, One Election Bill. This proposal is not just about electoral reform, it is about strengthening our democracy, ensuring good governance, and optimizing the resources of our great nation. The idea of simultaneous elections for the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies is not a new one. It was the practice in the early years after independence, and it brought stability, continuity, and efficiency to governance. Over the years, due to various circumstances, we have moved away from this system, leading to a cycle of frequent elections that has put immense pressure on the economy, governance, and the overall functioning of the nation. It is now time to revisit this idea and take decisive steps towards its implementation. Frequent elections disrupt governance at multiple levels. With elections happening in some parts of the country almost every year, governments, especially at the state level, are often in election mode. The Model Code of Conduct, which comes into force during elections, restricts the government's ability to take important policy decisions affecting long term planning and development projects. Ministers and bureaucrats become preoccupied with election campaigning rather than focusing on governance. The continuous electoral cycle leads to populist decision making where governments prioritize short term gains over long term policy reforms. By holding simultaneous elections, we can ensure that governments get uninterrupted time to focus on governance, policy making, and economic development rather than being caught in a cycle of elections. Another major concern is the financial burden of frequent elections. Conducting elections is an expensive exercise that requires significant resources, including security personnel, polling staff, electronic voting machines, and infrastructure. According to estimates, the 2019 Lok Sabha elections cost the exchequer thousands of crores of rupees, and state elections add significantly to this expenditure. Political parties also spend enormous amounts of campaigns diverting funds that could be used for nation building activities. If elections are held simultaneously, the costs can be substantially reduced and these resources can be redirected toward development projects, welfare schemes, and public services. The financial savings from a one nation, one election system can be used to improve healthcare, education, infrastructure, and social welfare programs that directly benefit the people. The security aspects of frequent elections cannot be ignored. Every election requires large scale deployment of security forces to ensure free and fair polling. This places a heavy burden on the police, paramilitary forces, and administrative machinery. In states affected by security challenges such as insurgency or border tensions, this repeated deployment weakens national security preparedness. Holding elections simultaneously will allow security forces to focus on their primary duties rather than being continuously engaged in election related activities. A well coordinated electoral process will not only ensure smoother and more secure elections but also enable security forces to concentrate on maintaining law and order in their respective regions. The constant cycle of elections also has a significant impact on economic activity. Election related disruptions affect industries, trade, and investment. Political uncertainty during election periods often leads to hesitancy among investors, slowing down economic growth. The frequent imposition of the Model Code of Conduct delays government projects, infrastructure development, and policy implementation. If elections are held simultaneously, the business environment will become more stable, leading to sustained economic growth, job creation, and better investment prospects. This will provide a strong boost to India's economy, making it more resilient and globally competitive. Simultaneously, elections will also strengthen the democratic process by encouraging greater voter participation. Currently, many voters experience election fatigue due to frequent polling, leading to lower turnout in state elections compared to general elections. A single well planned election will create more enthusiasm among voters, leading to higher participation and a strong mandate. This will ensure that governments at both the central and the state levels are elected with a clear and decisive mandate, leading to political stability and effective governance. A synchronized electoral process will also reduce the influence of money and muscle power in elections, ensuring a level playing field for all candidates. One of the major concerns raised by critics is the logistical challenge of conducting elections on such a large scale. India is a vast and diverse country, and holding elections simultaneously will require meticulous planning and coordination. However, with advancements in technology, digital voter databases, and improved electoral infrastructure, this challenge can be effectively managed. The Election Commission of India has already demonstrated its capability in conducting large scale elections smoothly. With proper planning, phased voting, and adequate security arrangements, simultaneous elections can be conducted efficiently without compromising the integrity of the electoral process. Another argument against this proposal is the possibility of disrupting the federal structure of our country. Some states may fear that their governance priorities could be overshadowed by national issues during elections. However, this concern can be addressed by ensuring that state specific issues are adequately represented in election campaigns. Stop.